Hi everybody, and welcome to Survival Dads. So you join me today on this beautiful September evening, heading into the forest to test out my Polymath Products Premium Survival Kit. Predicted rain tonight, so I've also brought my Zelta shelter. That should be keeping me lovely and dry, while the Premium Survival Kit is going to do everything else for me. So I'm talking shelter, water, food, attraction rescue, and so on. So hope you enjoy me on this overnighter. Cheers. Well, this spot looks as good as any. I have a nice open expanse there. I'm just going to try and get some nighttime star shots if the sky clears, but if not, I can see werewolves coming. Nice flat bit here. Trees all seem really solid and the wind isn't that strong here, so pretty confident in here. So I'll get set up and I'll show you what I've done when I'm ready. Okay, so this is me set up for the night. This is my Zelta shelter in its tent configuration. I have a lovely view over this forest meadow in front of me. I have the trees behind me, the wind has died down, and it's looking for a good night, I think. So I have my Polymath Products Premium Survival Kit here. Time to get it open and start using the contents. So yeah, tonight is going to be about 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. So not an extreme survival situation, but I'm going to see if this keeps me warm, fed and watered. So, do it. Okay, so if you've seen my video on this kit, you will know the contents inside, but if not, I'll give you a quick rundown of what it's about. So this is Polymath Products' take on the traditional survival kit. Normally an Altoids tin, this is a bit bigger, but definitely a lot more multifunction. So this is a waterproof mess tin set, can be used to boil water, cook food in, and obviously store the contents within. Opening it up, inside we have a information leaflet detailing the contents and also tips and tricks on how to use the items within. Very handy in a survival situation where you panic and forget how things work. So this is what I'll be sleeping in tonight. This is an emergency bag, so this is a kind of mylar reflective foil blanket. This will be my sleeping bag. Due to the number of ticks in this area, I will be sleeping inside the Zelta shelter, but obviously in emergency this will keep you alive. Okay, so first things first, I think we should look after the survival priorities. So number one is shelter. Shelter is taken care of, but in terms of the kit, this will be my shelter, so this will be keeping me warm tonight. Also included is a decent length of paracord, so you could use this to help rig up a shelter, but I have shelter covered. Next up is going to be water. So I have shelter, now it's water. So I'm going to get some water ready and I'll see you shortly. Okay, so for water we have a few different methods of treatment. So first up we have water purification tablets. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You've got 10 of these, so these will be good for 10 litres of water altogether. So I'll keep it going for a little while. But the method I'm going to be using today is simply boiling. So by using the mess tin that the actual kit comes with and the folding stove. Simple as that. And the Exogel, waxed jute and ferret rod and striker. I'm going to be getting the stove going and boiling some water. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to light some of this jute twine. The Exogel burns really well, but it is a bit of a pain to get started, so I do recommend using this to get a good flame going to start the Exogel off. So I'll do that now. Okay, so we're going to take some of our Exogel here and place it onto the stove. Now we'll take our lit waxed jute and light the fire. Okay, so the Exogel is now burning. Let's get some water boiling. Let's pop the lid on. Okay, I'll rejoin you when the water is starting to boil. Okay, so as we are waiting for the water to boil, one thing I think is really important when you get your kit and you open it in a survival situation is to take the compass, which is on a necklace, and the torch, and simply slip the torch onto it, so you always have illumination and a way of finding your way on you at all times. I think this is important, and I think a neat little trick for you guys. So you're going to use the torch to see where you're going at night time. What is good to see is the Exogel doesn't run like something like Fire Dragon gel does. So I really like that they've included this in the kit. One quick thing before we go on actually is another thing that a lot of survival kits have is a condom. So other than its intended purpose, it can be used to store water. Now this is great, but it's not the best way to transport things. What Polymafia included in this kit is this. So this is basically a Ziploc plastic bag, which when filled with water can actually stand up. What do I have? Yeah, I should be able to demonstrate that. So I'll demonstrate it now for you. Okay, so here you are. As you can see, the flat plastic bag has now got a lovely base to it and can be stood up. I think that's really neat. So obviously you can store water in this, or you can use it as a light diffuser. Quite a nice little feature. It is ziplocked at the top, so you are able to zip this up, have clean water or dirty water in, depending on what circumstances you are in, and keep it nice and secure and leak-proof in your backpack as you're travelling or heading back to camp from collecting it. So a really, really neat feature, and again, it's a different twist on the traditional survival kit. Okay, so we are starting to boil now, so I'm going to have some hot chocolate. Okay, so again, I'm unsure how much you can see, it is very dark. My water has boiled. Normally I would just chuck the hot chocolate into the mess tin itself to have a hot chocolate, but this isn't a survival situation and I do want to reuse this today without washing it up. So I'm just going to use this cup for this purpose now. It's hot. Oof. Good thing is it does come with these little handles. If I can put my mug down somewhere. There we go. So you can hold it without burning yourself. I am looking forward to this. again, not only do you have much needed calories in a hot chocolate, you also have that morale boost and that sugar fix. So good. I think it's high time I cracked open the glow stick. It's getting pretty dark. I can see. So not only do you have the glow stick, so you're able to see what you're doing, you also have the light, little keychain light that you can use as well. So illumination is covered. Or raves. You might have a rave. So I'm in the middle of nowhere, I have no signal, and I didn't think to bring an MP3 player or anything, so this is going to be a silent disco. Don't know if you can see me waving my limbs frantically there, but that's me dancing. Rave it, baby. Include a spatula. Cheers everyone. Oh, that's hot. I'll let that cool down a little while. So yeah, the stove works really well. The Exogel, if I get it in light so you can kind of see it, again, works really well. It is difficult to light. You do have to use the wax jute to light it. I think what I'll probably do is add some store matches to this kit just to make lighting this a little bit easier. But it does burn hot, it does burn quite a long time. You have a whole bunch in here. I didn't really use that much of it to get this boiling. And as I said earlier, the good thing about it is it doesn't melt and spill away like some fire gels do. This one kind of maintains its shape quite well and burns in a blob as opposed to a liquid. Okay, so that is my survival priorities taken care of. I have shelter, I have clean drinking water, I have food, a substance to sustain me. Now it's time for continuing my shelter and get myself ready for the night. In the morning I'll look at self-rescue and self-evacuation with my compass. So for the shelter element, I said I was going to use my emergency sleeping bag, and this is what I'm going to use. This is a really cool addition to the kit. It's going to help prevent hypothermia. It's going to be protecting you from some bugs. Not enough for me, that's why I've got this with me. It's going to be protecting you from rain and wind, and is just a really good survival tool. So you could be on the hills, you could be kayaking, you could get wet, you need to strip off, get in this. If you can, get someone in with you and get warm. So it comes in a case. Simply open it up and get in it. This thing is huge. Looking at the foot ends. Okay, here we can see, hopefully, a look at it. I'll put my light on so you can see, hopefully. So inside you have a reflective layer, and on the outside you have the nice fluorescent rescue orange. So again, this is going to keep you warm, it's going to keep you dry, but also it's going to help you get rescued if you are using this obviously without a shelter like this. And yeah, and it feels really strong as well. It's not flimsy, it has got a little bit of stretch to it, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy sleeping in a spaceship tonight. Let's get it in the tent. Lovely, that is going to keep me warm and keep me toasty. Right, well, I am beat. It's been a long day. Done a fair bit of hiking today to make it to my location where I am now. I'm watered, I'm fed, and I'm going to be warm with this survival blanket. That's good. As I said earlier, rain is predicted tonight, but I am trusting my Zelta shelter to keep me nice and dry, as I am trusting my premium survival kit to keep me fed, watered, and alive. So, yeah, time for bed, I think. If I get up in the night, I'll say hi, but if not, see you in the morning. Bye. Okay, so a little update for you guys. It is, 1 second. Okay, about 11 o'clock at night. It is raining pretty heavily. I'm glad I brought the Zelta with me. Because I'll be getting wet otherwise. I have my thermal blanket with me here. I am lovely and toasty. And yeah, life's pretty good. Just ate some Kendal mint cake. I want to go to sleep, but I kind of can't now. Full of energy. But hey, I'm going to give my Kindle a read, and then I'm going to go to sleep and hopefully catch some of the sunrise. So, peace out. Well, hopefully you can hear the rain. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not outside right now. Luckily I am staying dry in here. The emergency sleeping bag is keeping me warm. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting much sleep tonight. It was so relaxing earlier, but now it's just this. Yeah. So yeah, the wind is strong. The rain is even stronger. This glow stick's still really bright. Yeah. See you guys in the morning. Okay, so update. It is about 3 o'clock in the morning. Thunder and lightning was like stupidly close. And I'm quite exposed where I am. So I decided I had no choice really but to relocate a bit further in to the forest as opposed to being kind of outside by this meadow thing. Lightning was landing really close, so in doing so I got absolutely drenched. Everything got absolutely drenched. Tried to get warm inside, but didn't really help, so I've just quickly shoved everything in the backpack. I'm going to head back to the car because I don't want this training exercise to turn into a real exercise survival situation. So yeah, I'm going to head back. Everything is in, leave no trace, nothing has been left behind. I'm absolutely freezing and drenched. So it's about a 25-minute walk to the car. I'm going to head back and I'll be testing the rest of the equipment another day, because this isn't fun anymore. Cheers. Catch up with you in a bit.